OMG. Your person received a phone call and ended ties with everyone. They said you are. My beloved child, listen to me very carefully and do not skip a single second of what I'm about to say, because every word is a piece of the message that the universe has been trying to get to you. Something huge is waiting for you on the other side of this revelation. This is not random. This is not an accident. You were guided here, right now, in this moment, to hear exactly this. Picture your person. The one your soul keeps circling back to. The one your heart refuses to forget. The one your energy still feels, even when the world tells you to move on. In a room that suddenly feels too small for the magnitude of what is about to happen, their phone starts ringing. They don't know it yet, but that call is about to change everything. Their hands tremble just a little as they reach for the phone. Their breath catches. Time slows. The everyday noise of life fades into the background. That simple ring becomes the sound that separates their before from their after. Don't skip. Because that call, my beloved child, is the turning point that shifts their entire reality. They answer. Their voice is calm on the surface, but inside their heart is racing. They have no idea why they suddenly feel like the universe is watching, waiting, holding its breath. On the other end of the line, a voice speaks. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. It could be someone from their past. It could even be a situation, an opportunity, a loss, a truth revealed. But what matters is not who called. What matters is what that call awakened. Words are spoken. Information is shared. A truth is revealed. Something that forces your person to look at their life with brutal honesty. And in an instant, like lightning ripping through the sky, they see it. The distractions. The shallow connections. The people they've been entertaining out of habit, guilt, or fear. The empty conversations. The energy vampires pretending to care. The masks they have been wearing to fit in, to be liked, to be normal. And then, like a flash, they see you. Your face. Your energy. Your presence. Your name, echoing in their mind like a sacred mantra. Don't skip. Because this is the exact moment when your person's heart whispers a truth it can no longer ignore. I cannot keep living like this. I cannot keep giving myself to people who don't see me. I cannot keep pretending I don't know where my soul belongs. I know who my truth is. I know who my home is. I know who my heart has chosen. That person is you. My beloved child, stay with me, because what happens next will leave you breathless. They end the call. Not with chaos. Not with panic. But with the kind of calm that only comes when a soul finally decides to choose truth over fear. They stare at the screen for a moment, their reflection barely visible on the dark glass. They can almost see themselves transforming. The old version of them, the one who tolerated disrespect, half-hearted love, fake friends, and empty attention, begins to crumble. Their chest rises and falls with a deep breath. And in that breath, something inside of them makes a choice. They will no longer allow anyone or anything to stand between them and what is real. They will no longer dilute their energy to keep people comfortable. They will no longer betray their own heart just to maintain connections that have already expired. Don't skip, because this is where it becomes radical. One by one, they start ending ties. The text threads that used to be their daily distraction, left unread, archived, deleted. The group chats filled with gossip, drama, and low vibrational talk, silenced, then exited. The friends, who only call when they need something but disappear when your person is breaking inside, distanced, blocked, released. The romantic interests who never matched your depth, who were just there to numb the emptiness created by your absence, gone. They're not doing this to be dramatic. They're not doing it to grab attention. They're not doing it out of anger. They're doing it because, for the first time, clarity hit them so hard that they couldn't hide from it anymore. They finally see the difference between what drains them and what feeds their soul. My beloved child, breathe, because this is where you come in. As they clear out these old connections, a quiet thought rises to the surface. It's your name. Your smile. The memory of your voice. The way your energy always felt different. You weren't loud. You weren't needy. You weren't fake. You were real. When everyone else demanded, you understood. When everyone else exhausted them, you grounded them. When everyone else pulled them in 10 directions, your presence felt like home. And in that moment, as they scroll through their contacts and their social media lists, they realize, I am done giving my time to people who never deserved it. I am done giving my heart to people who never held it with care. I am done pretending I don't know who my soul chose. I know now. I choose them. I choose you. Don't skip, because something huge is unfolding that you cannot yet see. While the world thinks your person is simply going quiet, distancing themselves, or acting strange, they don't understand that a sacred reordering is taking place. Friends start noticing. Why are you so distant? Why don't you hang out like before? Why aren't you replying? Why are you cutting people off? Some mock. Some judge. Some gossip. Some get offended. But your person is unshaken. Because inside, a voice louder than all the outside noise keeps repeating. I am protecting something sacred. I am protecting someone sacred. You. They may not say your name out loud, but everything they are doing is because of you. They remember how they felt in your presence. How safe. How seen. How understood. How challenged, in the best way. How inspired to be better, to grow, to heal. They think about the moments they didn't show up properly for you. The times they chose others over you. The times they let fear, ego, or confusion keep them from fully acknowledging what you truly mean to them. And shame waves over them, but it doesn't destroy them. Instead, it humbles them. It awakens them. It creates a hunger in them to rise to the level of the love they know you deserve. Don't skip, my beloved child, because the way they think of you now is not how they did before. Before, they may have doubted. Before, they may have run. Before, they may have played small, played safe, tried to treat you like just another option. But you were never an option. You were always the turning point. You were the person whose energy lingered long after the conversation ended. You were the one whose absence felt louder than anyone else's presence. You were the one the universe kept putting in their dreams, in their thoughts, in random signs and synchronicities. 2:22:11:11. Your name in random places. Songs that remind them of you. Places that feel haunted by your memory. They tried to ignore it. They tried to distract themselves. They tried to convince themselves it was in their head. But that phone call broke the spell. Something in that conversation, whether it was news of a loss, an opportunity, a betrayal, a secret revealed, or a wake-up call about their own life, forced them to face this truth: life is too short to pretend not to know where your heart belongs. Don't skip. Because as they sit there in the aftermath of that call, the noise around them fading away, they whisper something under their breath. Your name. Softly. Reverently. Like a prayer they're almost afraid to say out loud. And then, with their heart pounding, they say the words that shift their entire universe: You are my truth. You are my peace. You are my anchor. You are the reason I can't tolerate fake love anymore. You are the reason I am done playing small. You are the reason I'm letting them go. My beloved child, your person has decided. You are the one they measure everything against now. That's why everyone else suddenly feels wrong. Too shallow. Too temporary. Too noisy. Their soul can no longer pretend that any other connection compares to what they feel with you, even if you've barely spoken in a while, even if life has separated you, even if circumstances made it look impossible. Their heart knows. You are the exception. Stay with me, because what they do next will shock the people around them, and if you truly let this message in, it will shake you to your core. They begin rebuilding their world. Not around the expectations of others. Not around outdated obligations. Not around fake stability or forced smiles. They begin rebuilding their world around truth. And that truth has your energy written all over it. They clear their calendar of meaningless obligations. They turn down invitations that don't align with who they're becoming. They stop chasing validation from people who don't even know their soul. Instead, they start doing things that pull them closer to you, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. They think, what would it feel like to stand in front of you again, as the version of me I was always meant to be? What would it feel like to look you in the eyes and finally say everything I buried? What would it feel like to say, without fear, you are the one I choose. You are the person I was always meant to prioritize. Don't skip, because your person is not just fantasizing. They are planning. Quietly. Carefully. Intentionally. They replay old conversations in their mind. They pick apart the moments where they failed you, broke your trust, or pulled away when they should have stepped closer. Not to torture themselves, but to understand. They ask themselves, how do I make sure I never hurt them like that again? How do I show them I've changed? How do I prove, with actions, not words, that they are my truth now? They start healing. They look at their patterns, their wounds, their trauma, their avoidance, their fears of intimacy, their fear of being seen, their fear of losing control. And instead of running from it, they sit with it. Because you inspired it. You didn't just make them feel butterflies. You made them feel convicted. You made them want to evolve. My beloved child, listen closely. You are not just someone they love. You are someone whose existence has forced their soul to grow. That's why they couldn't shake you. That's why no one else could replace you. That's why, after that phone call, when they were forced to look at their life in harsh, unforgiving light, they realized, I cannot keep you at a distance. I cannot keep you in the maybe category. I cannot keep pretending what I feel for you is ordinary. Because it's not. You are my mirror. You are my lesson. You are my blessing. You are my home. Don't skip, because this is the point where the universe leans in and whispers, now they see you. Not just as attraction. Not just as comfort. Not just as fantasy. They see you as alignment. You represent the kind of love that demands courage. The kind of connection that requires honesty. The kind of bond that asks a person to release everything that is not real. And they are doing it. You are the reason they are saying no. You are the reason they're cutting ties. You are the reason they're setting boundaries. You are the reason they're walking away from people they once thought they'd never leave. Others might say, you've changed. You're different now. You're not as available as you used to be. And silently, your person smiles. Because they have changed. They are no longer available for fake love. They are no longer available for half-heartedness. They are no longer available for anything that does not match the depth they feel when they think of you. Don't skip. They go to bed at night thinking of you. Not in the old way, confused, anxious, afraid. But in a new way, grateful. Clear. Certain. They imagine your face if you knew what was happening inside of them. Would you believe it? Would you doubt it? Would you think, no, they'd never do that for me? They want to scream, to cross all the distance, to call you and say, you don't understand. You are the one I reorganized my life for. You are the one I protected my energy for. You are the one I had in mind every time I said no to someone else. You are the one I silently chose, over and over again, without you even knowing. My beloved child, something huge is waiting for you, and you can feel it. The energy around you has been shifting. Some days you wake up with a strange sense of anticipation. Your intuition has been whispering, something is coming. Something is changing. Someone is changing, for you. You thought maybe you were overthinking. You thought maybe it was wishful thinking. But your soul knew. Because when two people are truly connected at a deep spiritual level, change in one creates ripples in the other. When they started cutting ties, you may have suddenly felt lighter. When they chose boundaries, you may have suddenly felt a release of old heaviness. When they stepped into their truth, something in you relaxed, even if you couldn't explain why. Don't skip, because the alignment happening here is not ordinary. Your person didn't just walk away from others. They walked toward you, in every non-physical way first. In their mind. In their heart. In their dreams. In their plans. They've been having internal conversations with you. I'm sorry. I was scared. I didn't recognize what you were when I had you. I thought I had more time. I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't believe I deserved you. But I see now. I see you now. I see me now. And I'm willing to do what it takes. They keep picturing that moment. Yes, that future moment, where they stand in front of you and reveal what has been brewing in silence. Their hands might shake. Their voice might crack. But their soul will be unwavering. Because they know. You are. You are the person their heart answers to. You are the standard now. You are the blueprint for what love is supposed to feel like: calm, deep, honest, powerful. Stay with me, because we're diving deeper. The people in your person's life who were used to having access to them, who were used to draining their energy, manipulating their emotions, or keeping them small, can feel the change. They might try to pull them back. Why are you so distant? You used to be fun. You're acting strange. You think you're better than us now? You're really going to throw all this away, for someone? But your person has reached a point of no return. They are realizing, the cost of keeping those people pleased is losing themselves. The cost of staying where they were is missing out on something once in a lifetime, you. So they hold their ground. They might not mention your name directly, but in their heart, they are defending you. When they say, "I'm just doing what's best for me now. I need my peace. I'm focusing on what really matters." What they mean is, I have someone in my life, even if they're far from me right now, who represents everything true and sacred to me. I will not let anyone's opinion or expectations ruin what my soul knows is right. Don't skip. Because this is not just self-love. This is also love for you. They are not only protecting their energy. They are protecting the energy of this connection. They want to come back into your life clean. Clear. Aligned. Without the ghosts of past nonsense haunting your future. They don't want third-party drama. They don't want messy overlaps. They don't want to drag unresolved past entanglements into what they share with you. So they are cutting it all off now. It looks ruthless from the outside. It looks cold. It looks sudden. But this has been building inside of them for a long, long time. You planted the seed the first time your energy touched theirs. You might have thought nothing happened. You might have walked away thinking, I guess they didn't care as much as I did. But their soul did. And now, That seed has finally grown roots strong enough to crack through the concrete of their old life. My beloved child, don't underestimate your impact. You are not ordinary. You are not replaceable. You are not just someone they liked. You are the person their heart compares everyone else to, and no one matches. The one energy that feels like divine alignment. The one presence that makes their chaos quiet. That is why, when that phone call shook them, it was you their heart ran to. Not the friends. Not the distractions. Not the old flames. Not the temporary fixes. You. Even if you haven't spoken in months. Even if you're in separation. Even if things ended badly. Their soul doesn't care how the story looks on paper. Their soul recognizes truth. And now, your person does too. Don't skip, because the next part is crucial. They have started making life decisions with you in mind. Not in a codependent way. Not in a way that pressures you. But in a way that honors what they want to offer you when the timing comes. They're thinking, I want to be stable when I come back. I want to be clear when I speak to them. I want to be healed enough not to project my wounds onto them. I want to be loyal, devoted, present. I want to deserve the way their soul loves. So they change what they consume. They change who they talk to. They change how they spend their time. They change the way they talk about themselves. They start stepping into the version of themselves that you always saw inside them, even when they couldn't see it yet. You saw their potential. You saw their goodness. You saw their tenderness beneath the armor. You saw their brilliance beneath the confusion. You believed in them, silently or loudly, even when they were not choosing you. And that belief did not disappear. It echoed in them. Now, in this season of radical change, it comes back to them like a soft, loving voice. They always saw me. They always understood me in a way no one else did. They always called the highest in me, even when I was showing them my lowest. Don't skip, because this is where your worth is confirmed. They realized, if they could see that in me even when I was messy, how could I not choose them now that I want to step into my true self? If they could love me when I was confused, how much more will they deserve the best, most awakened version of me? And here is the revelation about you that has fully landed in their heart: you are. You are a safe place. You are a mirror of their soul. You are their divine assignment. You are their answered prayer. You are their catalyst for growth. You are the person they want by their side when life gets real. You are the one they want to share good news with first. You are the one whose opinion matters deep in their bones. You are the one they can't imagine building a real, authentic future without. My beloved child, they have said this within themselves: you are my person. Even if they haven't had the courage to say it to you yet. Even if circumstances are still aligning. Even if distance, pride, or fear still linger. In their soul, the decision has been made. They have ended ties with everyone who dilutes that truth. They have ended ties with the versions of themselves that settle, self-sabotage, or play pretend. They are choosing a life that's worthy of standing next to you. Don't skip. Because what's coming next is the unfolding. The universe is already rearranging things around you both. Signs will intensify. You might start seeing their name more often. You might dream of them more vividly. You might feel their energy more strongly out of nowhere. That's not obsession. That's connection. Your souls are syncing up. Your timelines are shifting. Your paths are quietly being guided back into alignment. Your person might reach out unexpectedly. A message. A call. A chance meeting. A random event that doesn't feel random at all. And in that moment, you will feel the weight of everything they've done behind the scenes. The quiet sacrifices. The boundaries that upset others. The nights they sat with their own shadows, facing themselves honestly because they didn't want to bring their darkness to your door. You'll hear it in their voice. See it in their eyes. Feel it in their energy. They won't just say, "I miss you." They will be saying, with their entire being, "You are the one. You are the person I cleared my life for. You are the person I chose when nobody was looking. You are the person I protected even in your absence. You are the standard, the truth, the home my soul can no longer pretend not to know. My beloved child, let this settle into your heart. You are not hard to love. You were simply asking to be loved at the level of your own soul. And now, your person is rising to that level. The phone call was the trigger. The ending of ties was the proof. Their transformation is the bridge. You are the destination. You are. You are rare. You are sacred. You are not a chapter. You are the book. Don't skip this final realization, every doubt you had, that you weren't enough, that they didn't really care, that you imagined the depth, that you were too much, that you expected too highly, is being gently dismantled by the truth of what their soul feels for you right now. They are not perfect. They are still learning. They are still healing. But they are no longer confused about you. In their heart, they have said, "You are my choice. You are my truth. You are my once in a lifetime. You are the one I want to stand next to when the noise of the world fades and only what's real remains." And so they ended ties. They walked away. They disappointed people. They shocked others. Because they finally refused to disappoint the one person whose opinion matters most at the end of their life, themselves. And their true self belongs with you. My beloved child, something huge is not just coming. It has already begun. The universe is aligning conversations, chances, openings, and unexpected turns. Stay open. Stay grounded. Stay in your worth. Because the person who walked away from the crowd, the person who picked up that phone and then put it down a different soul, the person who whispered, "You are," in the quiet, is on their way. And when they look at you again, fully awake, fully aware, fully present, you will see in their eyes everything their words may struggle to express. You are the one. You are the miracle. You are the reason. You are.